Hey guys, it's Kent Davis, and today I'm going to be telling you about what to do in Panama City, Panama. So I've been here since 2007, and we live in El Cangrejo. I work in El Barrio, both of which are sort of considered downtown Panama City, Panama. So if you're talking downtown, you could say the center of the city, which is those two areas, and then all the way down to Balboa Avenue. So let's talk about what to do. Well, if you're here for a few days, then obviously you're going to want to check out our main tourist attractions, which are Casco Viejo, the canal. Maybe you want to get out to the rainforest to a place like Gamboa. Maybe you want to go for a road trip. An hour from the city, you can go, let's call it an hour and a half. You can go to a lot of different places, either up in the mountains or out at the beach. So let's focus on Panama City, Panama, if you're an expat, right? If you're moving here, or maybe if you've got a week or two, or maybe you're just looking for something to do, here are some ideas. So first things first, outdoors. You can always go to the park. We've got some great parks both inside the city and a little bit outside the city. Word to the wise, it gets a little hot in Panama because it's the tropics. And if you're here from, let's call it April to about December, it might rain. The crazy thing about Panama is that we're tropical and there is almost no rain in Panama City from December, kind of the end of December, up until the end of March. Can you believe that? I mean, we can literally go a month and a half, 2 months, and it doesn't rain at all. Maybe it rains a little tiny bit at night, but it's wild. And that is what we call our summertime. That's also the time that Panamanian schools are out. That's when Carnival is. And so that's when really things heat up in terms of outdoor activities at night for families. So keep an eye on the newspaper, keep an eye on Instagram for things like outdoor movie festivals, etc. So let's stick with parks for right now. You've got the Cinta Costera, which is awesome. That's the coastal belt line from Avenida Balboa, which runs from Paitilla all the way to Casco Viejo, and now actually wraps around Casco Viejo, connects with the Amador Causeway. So you've got almost 14 kilometers of bikeable, runnable, oceanfront trail, which is so awesome. Go there in the morning or at night, because in the middle of the day, it gets hot. You don't have quite enough shade on the Cinta Costera. If you want to get outdoors and you want to do something in the city in the middle of the day, you're going to want to either check out Parque Omar, which has great shade. You can do a picnic there. You can play sports like soccer, volleyball, basketball, tennis. They've got all of those courts and or facilities for you at Parque Omar. Another good park is Ciudad de Saber, the City of Knowledge. That's a little bit outside the city center. That's real nice. If you want to go for a hike along a trail, the Metro Park, Parque Metropolitano, is a lovely hike. You can do that in a day. Golly, you can do that in an hour. You've got great coverage. So on a sunny, hot day, let's say you don't get out on the street until 10:30, you don't want to go to the Cinta Costera, go to Metro Park. It's lovely. The canopy is so thick there that you're not going to burn up. It's an easy hike out and back. They've also got a loop trail. You go up, clearly marked. You go up, the views are beautiful. Ancon is another one to do. Ancon is a gentle incline. Well, gentle is relative. It is an incline. So make sure you are wearing comfortable shoes. Bring some water. It's an easy hike though. And the view is awesome because you're literally going around a hill. So you get, we'll call it 180-degree views from Casco Viejo all the way to Avenida Balboa and Paitilla. So that would be facing west and then east, so with some south in there. Beautiful hike and cone, awesome. So that's for the outdoorsy types. For the indoors, folks, the malls are pretty cool. You know, Punta Pacifica, you've got Multiplaza Mall, awesome food court, top rate movie theaters. $6 for a movie, awesome shopping, great food, people watching, good shopping, all of that good stuff for shopping malls. Albrook, if it's raining, even if you're not a shopper, you can be a mall walker. You get some great exercise because Albrook is massive. And if you go to the very end of Albrook, which is the end where the Super Extra is, they usually have some sort of display. It's kind of cool, whether that is art or cultural displays. Albrook does a nice job. Albrook, you also have bowling, a giant video game arcade. You've got cinema there as well. Massive food court, 2 food courts actually. All the shopping that you can desire. There you go, that's a shopping mall. We've got some museums as well. Panama's we're trying to get our museum culture going. The Modern Art Museum in Ancon is cute. It's little, but they do a good job curating events. They kind of keep curating displays, I should say. There's a word in the art community. I don't remember what it's called. Exhibitions. So they've got a really nice small facility. They keep it fresh. Make sure to go check that out. I think it's like a couple dollars to get in. You've got a few other places where you can go see art, mostly in Costco. Churches are nice to visit. What else can you do in Panama City? Well, again, you've got biking outdoors on the Plantation Trail, for example. That's single track, pretty flat, nice, pretty well maintained. That's out and back. You just got to Google it. You've got some really good bike trails, like I said, hiking trails, same thing, bird watching. How about you rent a boat? You can do freshwater, which is a lot more chill, no seasick, go fishing, or just go out to Gamboa and hop on one of those pontoon boats. It's so nice to be on the water. Depending on if you go to the cheap side, you can do it for $60, or you go on the resort side, you can do it for about $100. Resort side, you get nicer boats. Cheap side, you're going to get a panga, which is like, center hull or even center console or even, outboard motor in the back kind of thing, covered. You can do some fishing. You can go out to Lake Lago Gatun. And then things get really interesting if you want to hop in a car. An hour drive day trip. You can either go north to places along the Caribbean side. We love Playa Langosta. I'll do a separate video on that one. Or you can go west to beach towns or mountain towns, both of which are anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half drive. Gets you to places like El Valle de Anton, absolutely beautiful mountain community. You've got, freshwater springs. You've got great little restaurants, a great shopping sort of mall market for artisan crafts and awesome food and local produce, flowers, herbs. So cool, so authentic. Easy day trip, literally 2 turns. You head straight and you hang a right. You can't get lost, I promise. Drive is scenic. Again, hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Make sure you stop at Quesos Chela along the way to get some famous Panamanian empanadas. Farmers markets, we have them here. Fish market is pretty cool as well. And of course, if you like to eat, there's no shortage of great food in Panama. San Francisco is a good neighborhood for a lot of local eating. El Cangrejo, and of course, Casco Viejo. Again, Panama City gets a little hot during the day, so do your indoor activities and save your outdoor activities for early morning or late evening. And last one, but certainly not least, is the Amador Causeway. The Amador Causeway is actually nice all day, but you need to get shade if you're going to be out there in the middle of the day. That's the beginning half of the Amador Causeway, kind of from TGI Fridays up until the Biomuseum, which is also a nice thing to do. TripAdvisor is awesome, by the way. It gives you a lot of ideas, but hey, you're on YouTube, and those are my 2 cents. If you like what you see, make sure to like and share and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.